Or
Hello, good evening. So, Mel is my daughter-in-law, and she is like an influencer already with IG. She has 14,500 followers in IG, and I would like to ask her about this change in lifestyle.
sure.
And so, yeah, thank you again for doing this. And so I'll start. I have 10 questions for you,
Okay.
like I did with Catherine. So, anyway, my first question, I don't know that it should be the first question, but what was your highest recorded non pregnant weight?
Uh, it's embarrassing to say because I think I weighed more than John,
Oh,
and that was like 210 pounds.
wow.
Recorded like by the doctor, I want to say I was 195. That was on like a record that I had at Kaiser on February 21st, 2018.
Wow.
So Alexi was born 2016.
Mm-hmm.
So even after like a year and something after giving birth, I was still at 195.
195 in February 2018. So, have you, okay, so when did you start? When did you start, like, sort of like thinking, oh, I should be doing something about this?
At that appointment, it wasn't really my regular doctor, but she had marked my medical record obese.
Oh,
And
yeah. Oh my
and
God.
then yeah, and then she had said you might want to try and lose some weight.
Mm-hmm.
So she gave me some, suggestions like exercise and hiking
Uh-huh.
and trying to eat better, maybe even try Weight Watchers. So
Also,
I
did
thought
you,
about it, but at that time I just felt like I wasn't ready. I knew I needed to do something,
mm-hmm.
but I just let it slide. And I want to say probably towards the end of that year, um, I started feeling very tired. I was tired of being tired, if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. And I was finding myself eating to stay awake because
Mm-hmm.
I was always tired or falling asleep around the kids. So that's when I just started to, think like I need to do something.
Yeah.
I'm not headed in the right path and I need to make changes. I didn't know exactly what,
Mm-hmm.
but I started looking up keto and I started looking on Instagram to see like people's before and after pictures. And that really jump started or that motivated me to try and change something.
So, was it in February 18 that you initiated it or not?
No, I actually, my initial date of keto was January 12th, 2019. So
Oh,
it'll be almost a year next month.
wow. So, have you tried other diets or change in lifestyle in the past?
Well, in the past, I mean, before I was very ashamed to say that I used to do personal training
Mm-hmm.
because
Oh, yeah, you
even
were.
at my highest, it was like, how can she have been a personal trainer or telling people what to do if she's overweight herself? How come she's not in the best shape either? So in the past, I've done, typical calorie restriction where you're really like on a low calorie diet. I did something similar to Atkins or kind of like just protein only. I've even done something, I guess you could say boring or bland, just like eating boiled chicken and broccoli.
Mm-hmm.
So I've tried different things. From what I've found, none of those are sustainable. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you'll feel good and you'll lose weight, but you can't live off of a 800 or 1,000 calorie diet.
Yeah, because you feel deprived, right?
You feel deprived
Yeah,
and you
you
feel
crave.
hungry or grumpy.
That's
Uh,
true.
it's not fun.
Mm-hmm. So, what made this lifestyle different? Like the keto, the carnivore, and the IF lifestyle?
Um, I've never felt like I'm missing out on something.
Mm-hmm.
So sweets, ever since being introduced to your guys' family and chocolate, it
I know.
it was on keto I've never felt like I was missing out on sugar
Mm-hmm.
or chocolate, or I feel like in this lifestyle you can always make it, I guess you could say what they call ketofy it, or make it ketoed.
Uh-huh.
So that's definitely helped out. Also, actually, surprisingly, eating fat, actually feeling like full.
Uh-huh.
That makes me feel like I'm not missing out on anything, or it doesn't make me feel hungry. And I found that fasting has also helped me learn to not be hangry. I know a
Ah.
lot of people will get hangry, and what did you used to tell me? Yeah, John always thought it was going to be part of our lives, that hangry is just a part of Melanie. And surprisingly, um, it's
It
been
wasn't.
really good. Like, now I can go if I really want to. Obviously, I have to train myself, or, plan myself, or be mentally prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I can go, 72 hours, 80 hours without eating.
Wow.
So,
So is that
um,
that's one type of intermittent fasting, right?
people will call that extended fasting.
Oh,
Anything usually
extended
over 24
fasting.
hours. Yeah, intermittent fasting you can do like 16/8,
Uh-huh.
24, 18,
Yeah.
6. Um, but anything over 24 hours, I would
It's
consider that
called
extended
extended
fasting.
fasting.
Mm-hmm.
And how much have you lost since
Well,
January 18? January 18?
from starting keto, I want to say, because at that time I was 179, so I had lost some weight near the end of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it's always hard around the holidays and our birthdays.
Yeah.
So I kind of stopped. And then January, I said, you know what, let's just go all in. Let's give it my all. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to fail in this. So it's actually why I created an Instagram. I wanted to be accountable to myself. I
I
didn't
know.
want to post it. I didn't want to post it on
Uh-huh.
my personal, just because I was scared, like, what if I fail
I
and
know.
everybody will know? So I created a separate account, and
Uh-huh.
I would post everything that I ate, and I would follow just people to kind of be motivated, and then it just grew from there.
Yeah, and you have so many followers now. So are you almost at your goal weight now, or are you at your goal weight now?
Well, I never really had a goal weight. I told myself when people would ask what your goal weight is, I said I want to be what my driver's license says, just because I don't want to lie, I guess.
Uh-huh.
So I definitely hit that. My license says 145.
Uh-huh.
Um, I think the lowest I've been was like 142,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to say October, so about 2 months ago, I just started exercising. So that weight kind of went up a little bit, which I'm fine with. And I've just learned to not care about the scale anymore, go based off of what I feel.
Yeah.
So I would say I'm at my goal weight. I mean, if I lean up a little bit more, I'll be happy. If I stay the same weight, I'll be happy too.
Mm-hmm. So do you ever feel like burnout, or like have you hit a plateau?
Burned out, I would probably feel more of because the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I'm glad that I changed. I can't imagine feeling like this plus just tired because of the food I eat.
Mm-hmm.
So plateau wise, whenever I feel like, okay, I want to change things up, that's when I'll do a fast. Um, I have also kind of stopped intermittent fasting and just kind of going based off of, if I'm hungry, I'll eat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just playing around with what works for me right now, what makes me feel good. Whether it's just eating when I'm hungry, playing around with different foods, trying to just stick to carnivore. I find that if I change things up that way, it kind of makes me feel like I'm not in a plateau.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, if I ever feel like that, I'll just go back to intermittent fasting and then just doing extended fast here and there.
So how often do you do extended fasting?
the beginning, the thing about when I started my journey, in which I tell people if you really want to change and lose weight fast,
Mm-hmm.
I always suggest keto and intermittent fasting. Combine those two right from the start. So I kept doing that. I probably did that for the first, consistently for the first 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would do extended fast once a month, twice a month. And
Okay.
I would just do that with people in the keto IG community.
Uh-huh.
And that really helps too because it's a big support system
Oh,
and
that's
you
good.
never feel like you're alone.
Mm-hmm.
That,
Mm-hmm.
you're feeling the struggles that they feel, you're going through it together, and you're sharing your experience with others too. So that's another thing too that's kept me motivated is that
Mm-hmm.
when I post everything or what I'm eating or how I'm feeling. If I have cheat meals, I post that. Um, and just talking with others and knowing that, it's okay to feel like a failure sometimes. You don't have to be perfect.
That's
We
true.
all give in to temptation, and
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. I think what's the main thing is that you get back on track. If you fall off the keto low carb wagon, that you can just jump right back on and then start back, with basics,
Mm-hmm.
and then go on from there.
So you answered like my seventh question, what keeps you motivated? So yeah, that's good. That's good. But do you still have cravings for anything, any food?
I feel like if I have a cheat meal meaning like if I eat a French fry
Mm-hmm.
or something that's not keto or really low carb, that I will crave
Oh.
more of it.
So you
So
still once in a while you still do it.
I want to say lately since October
Uh-huh.
because we had our birthdays and we went to Disneyland. You're gonna want to try things that sound good like churros or
Mm-hmm.
things that can't. You can keto-fy them, but they're not going to taste the same.
That's true.
So those kinds of things I wanted to try. So doing that, um, I gained 13 pounds in 3 days just from
Wow.
eating. Yeah, just from eating.
Really?
Yeah. So your body will fluctuate, and that's why I also say weight is not what you see on the scale is not a reflection of.
I know.
You
So
know,
same. Remember what I told you? Like I have like, I lost 4.2 pounds. I have 4.5, and I was already like, oh my gosh, I can see myself in the video. It's like I'm so tired. But
yeah.
anyway, and I don't think that makes a difference anyway. So what's your biggest challenge, like with exercise and like
I
temptations and
found
stuff?
that exercising, I do have a little more energy. It's kind of hard because right now, with what works with my schedule, is trying to balance everything out. I'm trying to exercise, get my food ready.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes I find that just not eating while I'm at work helps because I don't have to worry about prepping my food.
Mm-hmm.
So I try and do my meals, I guess, while I'm at home. I go to work and then I'll eat. And then I'll go home and then I'll eat. But exercise, it's waking up at 4:30 or 5 o'clock, exercising for an hour, getting ready. I find that it's a lot easier getting it out of the way versus exercising when you get home and you're tired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Also, you
the
do it.
challenge that I usually have is just trying to figure out what works for me and your schedule and with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So
So you exercise in the morning before going to work? Oh,
mhm.
that's nice. And so is it still a challenge like when you go to parties and then you have to miss or do you drink alcohol, like a little bit of alcohol
Well, the
when you
good
go to
thing
parties?
about when you're low carb or keto is that you only really need one drink or two drinks.
Mm-hmm,
Because before it would take a lot
mm-hmm.
to get me drunk or tipsy.
But
So
now
now I'm good with one drink and
you're
I'm good to
ready.
go. So you're considered a cheap date now.
Uh-huh.
But
Okay.
the only real temptation I get now is not really temptation or challenge when I'm out is when people start questioning why you do what you do.
Oh, yeah.
Or, a lot of times they're like, what do you mean you're not eating? You need to eat. So
Uh-huh.
it's trying to overcome that, or it's
Mm-hmm.
really hard in the Filipino Asian family to kind of resist
I know
and say
that's true.
no, because you're going to be considered like you're not polite. So
Uh-huh.
I think those are more challenges for me than otherwise I could just easily say no or no thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so in your experience, in terms of healthy weight loss, so which one do you favor most? I know you did IF and keto, like, from the start, and then you're
hmm
doing carnivore lately, but are you sort of mixing it, like?
I'm mixing because I'm still trying to figure out what I like and what works best for
Mm-hmm.
me.
Okay.
Um, I would say definitely starting out for anybody, I would do intermittent fasting and keto.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it as, I mean, with any diet, whether it's keto, low carb, whatever you hear out there that's, going on, is these are all considered elimination diets.
Mm-hmm.
So you're cutting out your sugar and your processed carbs. You will lose weight no matter what.
That's true.
You go from, stopping fast food, eating out all the time, you're cutting out pasta, rice, bread. You're gonna lose weight. That's a given.
Mm-hmm.
The main thing I always suggest to people is that you stay consistent. Um,
That's true. Yeah.
stay consistent with that, knowing what your goal, and then everything else will follow. So I did keto and intermittent fasting. I still do keto. I still consider myself keto low carb. I introduced carnivore because that's, I guess you would say, the next level up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now what do I do? The next level up. So I find that with all the vegetables, and it's just easier prep and easier cooking, I think.
Okay. So thank you so much,
Thank
Mel.
you for
Thanks.
asking all these questions. I'll probably post this on somewhere on my IG too, because it'll be nice for some of my followers to kind of
Yeah.
cheer for me as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your time. And yeah, so I'm just gonna send you a message because I need your choice before and after picture for my thumbnail. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you. Good
Okay.
night.
Bye. You want to say bye to your mom?
Oh, bye, John. He doesn't want to say
Good
goodbye.
night.
Johnny, bye. Is Alexi sleeping?
No, she's sleeping.
Okay, bye, Mel. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank
love you.
you. So proud of you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.